today I'll be showing you the new DIABELLSTAR support. So these cards are already broken. I think Black Witch is at $50, one is over $100, and they still get more support. See if it's actually good though. Get 4 new more cards announced out of the set. So the first one is going to be Snake-Eye DIABELLSTAR Fire Spellcaster, level 8, 2800 attack, 2600 defense. You can only use the first and second effect of this card once per turn. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's monster, you can place that opponent's monster and this card face up in their owner's spell and trap. There's continuous spells, and that's not that good. It is another target since this is Snake-Eye instead of Flamebreeze Dragon, but Flamebreeze Dragon is pretty broken, so I don't imagine you wanting to special this over that. Maybe in the Snake-Eye's pure deck, but so far this doesn't seem like is that good. If this card is a continuous spell, you can target one fire monster in your graveyard, except to self-place it in its owner's spell and trap as a continuous spell, and if you do, special summon this card. I mean, I think that's pretty good in combination with Flamebridge Dragon. It's kind of just like a free body because it replaces itself. So Flamebridge targets this, then this targets another card, and then bam, you can still use Flamebridge to special something back on their turn. So I think that's pretty neat. And then we get another SINFUL-SPOILS quick play spell. You can only activate one card with this card's name once per turn, and it's Battle of the SINFUL-SPOILS. Target cards you control up to the number of your SINFUL-SPOILS cards that are banished and or in your graveyard, and or cards your opponent controls up to the number of their SINFUL-SPOILS cards that are banished and or in their graveyard. Destroy them. I mean, it's not a Snake-Eye spell card though, so I don't see it being that good. It's just like a pure SINFUL-SPOILS card. I think that's neg, so this card's probably trash. If this set card is destroyed or banished by an opponent's activated effect, you can shuffle up to 2 cards on the field into the deck. That's kind of neat. The banished or destroyed is kind of crazy, because if you set this versus an SP Little Knight as your like only card, you kind of just get to shuffle up to 2 cards for free. So that's kind of crazy. Yeah, this card, I definitely think this card, and it has like an okay first effect, so I can imagine this card being good in some capacity to like just catch your opponent off guard. It's weird because it says if this set card, if it was just if this card, it'd be so broken. Like imagine a format where like people are looping Omega, you could still use this in your hand and then it would be even more broken, but you have to set it first. So I think it's pretty cool. And then we have 2 other new cards, Goblin Biker Real Trio, Light Warrior XYZ, 1700 attack, and 2 or more level 3 monsters. If there are 3 or more XYZ materials attached to monsters on the field, your Goblin monsters can attack directly. Okay, once per turn, if a monster is normal or special summoned while this monster is on the field, you can target one of them, detach one XYZ material from a monster on the field, and if you do, change the target monster's battle position. Changing battle position isn't that broken, maybe in like some kind of like loopy FTKer deck, but like as an interruption, this isn't that strong. Once per turn, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can detach one XYZ material from the main monster on the field, and if you do, negate the attack. So I would say like both of these aren't that good. Obviously, the second effect is going to be better in the actual Goblin Rider archetype because you can use it more often than the third one to detach materials from your other Goblin XYZ monsters. Yeah, it's not the most broken card. I do love the artwork though. It reminds me of the Las Vegas Worlds map from I think 2014. That was Dragon Roller Nats. It's one of like my favorite Worlds mats if you haven't seen it. And then we have another trap card. I think that is the like roided out Populace in the picture again. It's making its way. We love the lore. Goblin Biker Pile Up. So it's a normal trap. You can only use the first and second effect once per turn. Target one XYZ monster you control, special summon one Goblin XYZ monster from your extra deck, using that monster you control as a material, and if you do, attach this card to it as an additional material. So this card actually seems okay. It's kind of like a Pearly Yeet is what I'm thinking of it as, is like especially with XYZs that are better than the baby Pearlies. Just use this if your opponent tries to like get rid of your XYZ monster. So I think that makes it pretty good. It's also treated as an XYZ summon. And then you can also banish this card from your graveyard, then target one Goblin XYZ monster you control and one card in either graveyard. Attach the second target to the first target as a material. I think that's really good. Kind of like a DD Crow, you actually just straight up take the monster, which might make it even better. Free interrupt in the grave like a Medora or Kilda. For the 4 new cards, nothing like too groundbreaking, probably not going to impact the price at all. Definitely let me know what you think, and peace.